Greetings all over the world. Welcome to Hesed. Welcome to my channel. I am Pulenkweshe, your host, welcoming you to Hesed. If you're the first time viewer, please subscribe, share the video, and like the video. We are continuing on the journey of self-development and personal growth. Today we'll be looking closely to the soul realm and we'll be discussing attitude. Yes, attitude. Attitude is a very important aspect of self, that when you have a positive attitude, you will be able to tackle life and attack life with positivity, and you will yield positive results. And the other thing about attitude is that you can have a negative attitude. And negative attitude can make you view the world negatively, and you can end up yielding negative results. So I just want to ask you to ask yourself, have you been around people who are positive? In whatever that they do, they approach life with positivity. Yes, I have been around people like that. And unfortunately, I also have been around negative people. Or maybe at some stage, I also was had a negative attitude. But for the past few weeks, I have been meditating and thinking about what creates a negative attitude and what creates a positive attitude. Because you would find people within the same environment, the same family, the same working environment, with same circumstances, having negative attitude, while others are having positive attitude. So today, I just want to zoom in closely and share my thoughts about attitude. Welcome back. I hope you have tweeted somebody and shared the link and said Hesed is online. Today, we are looking at the basics of building yourself, building your soul realm. We are looking at one of the fundamental blocks of building your soul realm. We said we are talking about attitude. Attitude is very, very fundamental in relationships, in workplace, in marriage, in things around you, because at the beginning of every task, it will be your attitude that will determine your success or your failure. So it is very important just to zoom in a little bit and check, where does their attitude comes from? Why other people have positive attitude and why other people have negative attitude? And you will even find that these very same people are within the same environment. So I want us just to discuss these thoughts that I have around, because I have been a little bit troubled for a few weeks. I think about 4 weeks. If it's not 5 weeks, I was thinking about attitude. Sometimes the attitude that people portray. We have people who have positive attitude, we have people with negative attitude. And then I even have done a self-introspection, why sometimes I produce a negative attitude and why sometimes I produce a positive attitude. And these are the things that I would like just to share with you. We will interact and talk, and you share with me what are your thoughts around these things. Okay, let's recap a bit about personal growth. We said you are spirit, soul, and body, isn't it? And we said in your soul realm, we have your mind, you have your emotions, and you have your will. So what is my point of departure today with regards to the topic attitude? Attitude is found in your soul realm. It is found in your mind. Okay, or what I can say, your attitude is shaped within your mind. The mind is a very important aspect of self. It is a very powerful thing that God has given us, a mind, because the mind can grow, the mind can produce your dreams, your desires, your personality, your character, your temperament, your success, your failure are formed within your mind. So that is a very important factor. So if these things are formed within your soul realm, within your mind, which means you have the responsibility to manage what grows there and what can be allowed to be there. You can terminate things that you don't want. You can grow the things that you want. So, point number 1, your attitude is created within your mind, within your soul realm. Your mind, your attitude is shaped within your mind. The second thing is that you have a responsibility to create a positive or a negative attitude. If you have a positive attitude, you are the one that created it. If you have a negative attitude, also you allowed it to grow there. So the third point that is very important also, it's that your attitude is shaped by what informs you. What you hear and what you see can shape your attitude. How does this happen? Your mind processes information in this way. If you allow information comes in that is positive, and your mind starts to the thinking process takes place. You think, as you think, you choose, and emotions are produced. So as you think, feel, and choose, you produce thoughts, you produce memories, you produce perceptions, and in that you are producing, with a repetition of circumstances and the information that flows in, you continue to think, feel, and choose. Eventually, you start to create a certain conclusion or perception or the way you view life. Then it concludes to a certain way of seeing things. And that way of seeing things is your attitude. It's your mindset. So as you think, feel, and choose, you produce a way you view life, the way you experience life, and you attach a certain color to it. You attach a certain frame, you attach a certain philosophy to it. Then it creates that can I say also that the opinion that you're going to have on your thinking, choosing, and feeling will produce a certain attitude. And as you hear negative, you open yourself to negative information, your mind will process the negative information and certain negative experiences, and you will produce a negative attitude. And the opposite is also true. So basically, what am I saying here? If you have a positive attitude, well done to you. You have been responsible to build yourself up positively, and you will yield positive results because you have taken a responsibility to frame your attitude, to frame your outlook, to shape the way you view the world, the way you experience the world. So you have taken responsibility. You have taken that positive responsibility to respond well and to see the world in a different way, which is positive. Maybe you have a negative attitude, or you have elements there and there of possessing a negative attitude, but that also you have allowed it to grow because your mind is shaped according to your thought process, to how the information you receive. If you allow yourself to see negative things and to hear negative things and you harness them, you think about them, you grow them, it will produce negative experiences and you will see and view life negatively. So which means you are responsible to allow that negative attitude to grow. So you are responsible. We are responsible. So the challenge that I'm bringing for all the people, those who've been positive and those who have been negative and those who have been indifferent, is that we are responsible to shape our attitude. And our attitude is important to ensure that we move into a better world. We change this world to a better place. You want to change your marriage? It is important to look at your attitude. You want to change the relationship with your children? Check your attitude. You want to change your relationship with your colleagues at workplace? Check your attitude. Because most of the time, it is not about what other people has done to you or have said to you, but it is how you respond to what they've done and said, because that is the only thing that you can control, you. So it is very important for me just to highlight that we can frame our attitude. I choose to frame my mind positive in whatever circumstance that I go through. Yes, I cannot do it alone. For me as a Christian, I have the Holy Spirit that assists me to constantly evaluate self, to evaluate my mind, to renew my mind. So that becomes easy because I don't walk alone. So if you want to know how to shape your attitude, these are the points, 4 points that I want to share with you. How do you manage your attitude? You manage your attitude by managing your information. What informs you? So it is very important to check what you are watching. If you are in a marriage or you are entering marriage and you are watching soapies, that is your modeling, how you're going to model your marriage and how you would want it to be shaped based on the stories that is watched on TV, that has been created and be framed with storylines. But if you want your marriage to succeed, you need to have a positive attitude towards it and start getting information that will grow your marriage. If you want the relationship with your children to change, you need to get information that will grow your attitude in terms of responding and reacting to your children. And all this happens to other stuff of your life, your business, and so on. Secondly, you manage your attitude by managing your thought process. That is very important. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what you think and how you think, you are going to become that. So if you receive negative information and you start thinking negatively, you will start to produce a negative attitude. So it is very important to manage your thoughts process. I think there's a video that we've done on how to manage the thought process. You also manage your attitude by managing your choices, because we've said attitude is created as you think, feel, and choose. So it is very important to understand that choices are very important. We always pulled into choosing A or B. And in the process of choosing what you are choosing the consequences. So in choosing what stuff is coming into your mind, you are taking that responsibility to shape your attitude. If you allow negative information about you, about your expertise, your training, who you can be, and what God has created in you, you will create an attitude that is negative or positive, depending on what you allow to grow and stay in your mind. So choices are very important. They're very fundamental, because as you choose, you produce certain experiences. Those experiences will yield certain emotions. So the last point is, to change your attitude, you need to manage your emotion. So basically, emotional intelligence is very, very important. It is very imperative. Basically, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is your ability to process your feelings in such a way that you produce better you. So basically, that is that. So are you having issues of having a negative attitude? You don't see yourself growing because you view the world as a bad place, a place that is taking energy away from you? Are you having an attitude that the world owes you something? You need to change how you think about yourself. You need to change what is coming into your eye gate and into your ear gate. You see things in a way that is so gloom and doom, and you only see death around you. You need to change your choices. You see things that everything is just down. You need to change how you respond, your emotions. If this video has spoken to you, let's talk. Let's share the ideas. We want to change this world into a better place, because it has been created originally to be the best place to be. And if your attitude is negative, it can be the worst place to be. But if you work on your attitude, and we work with each other and walk with each other, this world will be a better place. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's talk, let's interact, let's share. Yes, we can get frustrated and get negative, but you have a choice whether you are negative or positive. Thank you. Stay blessed and stay in